very serious matter that concerns each and every one of us. And I said previously, we cannot come here in the morning to do campaigns for either Jubilee or...
Should we come in the evening?
Or either in the evening or CORD. What is happening here is that my friend Chris here, who I respect very much, actually is a minority deputy chief whip in parliament, it's a very senior position, has narrowed their own thing to attacking the president. I think to me, that's my chance. That's my chance. He's attacking the president.
I'm not.
And I know what he's doing, because me, I'm a politician like he is. He's trying to raise his status. Attacking the president, to him, raises his status. That's not the business we're in today here. We are here to interact with this debate, the issue of the strike, like my colleagues have ably done. So what I'm saying is, let's not talk about president alone. Let's put the blame where it belongs. The national government has a role to play in solving this problem.
Thank you.
The county governments have even a bigger role to do this. So what is happening is, and what my proposal is that everybody should come out clear and say, this is what I feel should happen. And that's what the national government has given.
What about this headline where officials of the executive have been mentioned that they're the ones mishandling the process, specifically the PS and the CS, because they fall directly under the president?
I'm coming to that. Those are the people directly under the national government. But you cannot just prove somebody guilty just because he has been mentioned. We should have the process. And actually the president, the government, the Jubilee government, I think they're also duty bound to explain to us Kenyans that the role of the minister and the role of the PS. There's an allegation I done from the senator here that the PS and the minister are not working together. I didn't know about it, but if that's not happening, it needs to be investigated so that you can save. I know you're arguing to talk, so that you can save the people who are dying out of this mess. The other issue is about content of court, which these guys have been jailed because of content of court. And then Chris is saying the president can exercise his clemency, yes. But you are not saying that. I'm not of the opinion that we should encourage the president to undermine the judiciary.
No, let's
just a minute.
Let him execute it.
You're losing me now.
Okay, then.
And I think, is that the intention you have?
Telescope.
Is that the intention?
Telescope. We complete summary.
Yeah, is that the intention? So what I'm saying is that let us not attack the president unnecessarily. Let us encourage everybody who has a stake in this to go to the negotiation table and see that this country can afford it. Finally, I would like to say, finally, no. If the government cannot afford to pay medical the practitioners what they are asking for, then they can use some level of innovation so that they can be able to earn benefits through an innovative manner as continue serving Kenyans. So we require a lot of interaction.
Let me clarify. We are not attacking the president. We are requesting the president as the father, as the head of state, to lead this by calling all those stakeholders. That's not attacking. You must differentiate.
We're inviting him.
We're inviting him. You see, my brother here,
I think Kenyans are also listening.
And he should not say we are attacking.
Kenyans are listening.
You go to a house which is burning. Even the Bible says man is the head of a house. So call upon your children, your wife, whatever it is. Let's sit together and see how we resolve this issue. That's why we are saying the president should not continue burying his head in the sand. Is the head of state. Invite whatever the governors are. Invite the PS. Invite the minister. Invite these doctors. Sit on a round table. This is what we are saying, and discuss on the way forward. If the money is not there, we've learned the term suspended. We had a suspended sentence. Let's have a suspended salary increment. If at all money that was made to give to the doctors is not available, doctors are human beings. And they've been on record saying we are ready to relax, to go slow. In terms of negotiation, one of the principles of negotiation is a give and take, so that it's a win-win situation. Okay? The government wins, the union wins, and the patients who are Kenyans, they win by seeing these doctors getting back. We are not seeing the president leading from the front. That's what we are requesting.
I thank you for not attacking the president. No, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that.
Gentlemen, on this issue of clemency, now that there are demands for the president to actually show mercy on these officials who have been sentenced for contempt of court, it is an offense.
You know,
Would the president be sending a wrong message when he's actually showing mercy to people who are saying no?
This is an extraordinary situation that the hospitals across the Republic are paralyzed, that we have got other paramedical staff who are also just waiting in the wings, that this thing needs to be arrested now. And I think when we talk about this contempt of court thing, we must see the whole process from the day when these people were sentenced as the proverbial sword of Damocles, that you cannot be sent out to negotiate with a party that is now extraordinarily advantaged when the sword is swinging above your neck. You are being told, conclude quickly or we chop off your head. And these people here elected to say, look, what we are talking about is so fundamental that if the price we have to pay is to go to jail like Nelson Mandela, let us go to jail because of it. Moreover, these people are not just talking about salaries. They are talking about so many other critical things, that you're going back to hospital, that hospital lacks what it takes for you to do that which you have been trained to do. And nobody is talking about that. But we cannot finish this debate without taking this ball back to the court of the political opposition. They are coming on board. Are we too late? Parliament was reconvened a number of times during the Christmas holidays when the strike was on. This was a very critical issue. It has remained a critical issue. It will remain a critical issue. They never discussed it.
Can I answer
that? Let him hold his peace. That the minority whip here and his colleagues have not taken the trouble to ask for suspension of the normal business of Parliament, to discuss this as an important and urgent national emergency. It should have been discussed. That they've been waiting and suddenly they are coming from the woodwork like cockroaches that have been smoked out with insecticide, and they are shedding crocodile tears, saying that this is the lowest moment. It's been a very low moment, even as they also have gallivanted in the countryside asking for votes, the same way the PS has been doing. This country has no leaders across the political divide.
This matter in Parliament has been discussed.
Just before we come to Senator, of course you're coming back to the Senate today, and this matter, you summoned, the Senate summoned the ministry officials, summoned the Doctors Union officials, still nothing. Are we, as you suggest, Parliament could have done something. Should we even hope that the Senate or the National Assembly, for that matter, can help remedy anything in this situation?
I agree. We will get that report today from the Committee of Health, headed by Senator Dr. Machake, when we convene today in the afternoon. But if you look at the genesis of this problem, remember, health is fully devolved. What remains in Avia House is policy. But at the beginning of 2013, there were serious intrigues from the gurus who are in Avia House, who didn't want their colleagues to move the files of doctors to go to counties. So that intrigue continued. It now looks like this strike is rekindling that desire to return them back to Avia House. And that is why you would see the drama play between the CS and the PS. And you saw it clearly, and I don't know what my brother was saying, Barua here, that he doesn't know whether there is a trouble between the two. There is a major trouble. You saw the way when the 5.2 billion loss of funds came, what happened? It showed itself clearly. This is not a time to keep sacred cows. These two gentlemen, however smart they are, would have already been moved to appease and to bring this process into sanity now. It is to remove the two men, bring other people, so that the striking doctors and Kenyans who have suffered can see that something is taking place. But you continue keeping them there. Even if you love them, take them out for 5-6 months, bring them back again if you want. That's the way to attack this and remove it. It is that serious, unless we bring policy into it. Actually, it has nothing to do with politics. The politics that is coming is now matured into a year where we are going for elections. and everybody is going to use it. But, and again, it's the head of state finally that has to rein in on those people. Governors, you saw Governor Isaac Ruto the other day talking on TV here, wherever he was. And it was clear that one knew his mandate. The moment he went in, he saw that MOU in 2013 and began to engage his doctors to the extent that they have their own incremental, because the doctors in Bomet have understood clearly that they have to work with their governor. They are now workers of that county. I mean, the other governors were very slow, indeed, but because of the false interference from Nairobi, Avia House. So to me, we need to see how governors can be robbed in immediately. And that summit, this summit, the president chairs, it should be now summoned. And then from that point of view, that's even when the president wants to come with clemency, it can come after. So that now people know what is supposed to be done by who. Okay,
Bomalo, you need to respond briefly, because
briefly. You know, with due respect, Honorable Barak, maybe might not be privy to what goes on in Parliament. Since National Assembly was recalled, we've discussed this matter. Of recent was the discussion of the drought, and what Parliament does, it's just to have that motion of adjournment to discuss about this, and it's stipulated in Article 95 of the Constitution. The National Assembly is there to deliberate and try to resolve issues of concern to the people. This matter has been on the floor of the House, but Parliament does not implement. It is the executive. All that has been done. It is the executive which implements this. So as Parliament,
you've done your role,
we've
and
done our role.
Confident.
Maybe you did have an opportunity of watching TV to know that.
And
we've even gone to an extent of doubt. So the issue is the executive,
and I think the question,
to implement.
The question by Barak Muluka is, are you satisfied that you did enough?
Now, the issue is this: unless you want us to join the doctors at the vigil, maybe you'll see that enough.
Yes, you
but
need
as far as the issues of deliberating on this matter, and we've even had talks with the officials who've come to Parliament. A petition was presented to Parliament, and Parliament is there to look at the petitions. And once Parliament has resolved the matter, or has put a law in place, it is the executive to do what? To do the implementation. And that's why we're saying the buck stops at presidency.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Time for another short break. I will be back to discuss matters politics. And of course, President Uhuru Kenyatta is doing a good job according to a recent survey. We'll be looking at his approval rating vis-a-vis that of opposition leaders. Senator Lonyangapuo and Samuel Pogisio have declared that they will support Uhuru Kenyatta. That's another headline in the dailies. Remember, these are members of KANU, which is up until recently has not declared who they will support for president. But Senator Lonyangapuo has come out and said who will support. Ongeri has defected to ODM. We'll be looking at that as well as we wrap up our news review in a short while. Good morning.